So very good morning all the students. So third experiment of our lab is to determine elastic properties of the beam. Elastic property means we are going to calculate its Young modulus of elasticity of the material like EI, VI, we are going to find it out. So these are the things. First, we are going to see the apparatus required. Then there is a theory. What is the aim of experiment? So these things, and we are going to verify those elastic property of the material by performing some experiment. That experiment basically, and verify whether we are getting the same values or not. That is the procedure, or that is the way to do this experiment basically. So first we are going to see here the aim of the experiment, basically, or you can say objective. Basically, objective is nothing. It's a very simple thing to do that. So it's a determine the elastic properties of them. That after performing this experiment, you are able to get to know about what is the elastic property of the material. So if you see what does elastic property means, the property which is going to provide the elasticity or elastic city in the material. So that property is considered to be elastic property. So elastic property, if material has, it means it will allow us to, if we apply the load within the limit of elasticity, it will get its original shape. That thing is happened in the material or in any material, whatever we are using, due to the elasticity property of the material. So availability of elasticity property, we are able to get its elasticity, or we can say material will deform elastically, like we have steel bars, like we have steel materials and other materials also. Those are giving us the elasticity or elastic property of the material. So here some pics are visible on your screen. So this is a complete apparatus setup. So we have a simply spotted beam. Basically, some portion of the beam is overhang, and some of the portion is simply spotted. There are the weights, which is also mentioned in the second image, and hangers. These are basically used to hang the weight over the beam that we are used to put the weight over it and allow to hang through these hangers. So these are the some things that we need to understand here. So next, let's see the theory, how the phenomena or the theoretical concept is there that we need to understand. So basically, this is the beam which is showing on your screen just before we seen in the image also. So this particular in between section is your length of the span, or basically you can say it's a main span, and overhang portion is considered to be A, and that side also it is A. And there is the weight we are going to apply over the end points, means the portion of which is overhang, over which we are going to hang the weight by using the hangers. And due to that applied load, their shape of deflection will be looks like, which is I am trying to show on the figure. You can see this. So once the load is applied, what you will see due to this applied load, this is a phenomena, how it's going to be deformed. So that's how the shape already drawn by me only. So that you can see. So that's how it's going to be deflected as you visualize yourself also, right? So due to applied load, it's going to deflect like that. Deflection need to measure by using the dial gauge. So you can, what are the things you need to put the dial gauge here, and the reading due to applied load, which is W here or W, whatever the value of W, you can consider 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, whatever the value of load can be there. So that applied load deflection will take place. That deflection we will note it down by seeing the reading in the dial gauge. So we need to place the dial gauge in the center position, and due to the applied load, deflection will take place at the center point. We are going to measure that deflection into the dial gauge reading. So A is the length of overhang on each side. So by the scale, otherwise it's complete is a 1 meter span beam total, 70 centimeter in between and 15 on either side. So there is a 100 centimeter, which is nothing but 1 meter. W is the load applied at the three ends, as you can see on this diagram, and length is the main span, length of the main span. E is the Young modulus of elasticity, which is 2 into 10 the raised power 6. That 6 should be on the upside, so I'm not able to make it. So please correct it. So 2 into 10 the power 6. I is the moment of inertia of the cross section. It is a rectangle beam. So what is the value of I here? BDQ by 12. So B you need to measure by putting the scale over it. So it's you can measure it. So basically its value is around 25 mm, and this thickness is, or you can say height is basically is only 3 mm. So by doing so, BD cube by 12, you get the value of I also. So that is the relation that we have to use to get the value of EI. So this EI value you can calculate by drawing this bending moment diagram or moment area method. Easily you can draw it. It's a determinate beam. So once you draw the bending moment diagram by using these the forces which is acting on the ends, you can easily calculate the deflection, and if deflection will coming out to be WAL square by EI, sorry, ATI, and you just cross multiply there, and we need to find the elastic properties of the material, that is EI will this is equal to WAL square by 8Y. So this is the theoretical value basically. So in the experiment, what we need to do, we need to note it down W. We need to note down this W means the W weight, we need to note it down. Y we can measure by using this dial gauge, and length we can measure, that I already explained to you, that is 70 centimeter, that is 15, and this is also 15. So 70 plus 15 plus 15 only 100 and 100 centimeter, which is 1 meter only. So by doing so, you can measure the values, whether the value of theoretical value or your experiment value coming the same or not. Right. So here the procedure. So we have to see how to perform it. Let me explain to you. First of all, see the detail. So this is the elastic property deflected beam apparatus. So this is a complete setup which is on your screen. So that there is a bubble tube is there to check the it is in balance shape or not. Make sure that bubble should be on the center like it is visible. So these are the this is the portion where we need to apply or hang the weight over this hanger. So this is the overhang portion that the dial gauge we need to put in the center position where we need to measure the Y, because maximum deflection is occur in the center. Similarly, there is also the same setup as you've seen on the other side. These are the weights that we need to use to put on the one of the other side. Initially, make sure like here we have a 10 values 10, and count the smaller needle also. Place the load. Note down the initial reading before putting the load. So make sure there should not be any jerk. If it is there, in that case, it is very difficult to note it down because the reading will vary over there. So after putting the weight, you need to note it down. You find there is a value coming. Initially, the smaller needle was at the 6, and now approximately it's reached to the 7. So one rotation is already completed. So the least count you can see here, that is 0.01 mm. Fine. So make sure in the next time many people do not given the right answer once I asked in the previous lab experiment Viva. So approximately you can see this bigger needle moves to the 5 and smaller is moving to 1. So one rotation is equal to 1 mm and multiply by 0.01 into the 5. So that coming out to be 1.05 mm. So that is the complete value of this deflection. So why we getting from there? Now this is the basically manual in which I am just putting the values. Equal loads at the end. So 2 kg will be there. 1 by 1 means 1 kg I am just taking it. Otherwise, one on either side, that should be 2 kg here. So deflection at midpoint, it should be 1.05 again. Again mention 1.01. So EI value you need to calculate by using the relation that we just seen in the previous slide. Though span of the beam length is already measured by using the scale 700 mm. The length of overhang on each side, that is 150 mm, means 15 centimeter. The width of the beam also used by the scale. You can measure vernier scale you can use, or normal scale you can use from there. The value is coming out to 25. Width and depth is 3 mm, and modulus of elasticity, which is given 2 into 10 raised power 6. So by using those theoretical value, you can put into, and here we are getting the deflection value. You can put into and equate them whether we are getting the same value or not, right? So that is all about this particular experiment. It's very easy to understand or easy to perform this experiment. So let me take you there. This is the relation by using first theoretically you need to find out after putting the W weight means W1 that weight though both side you need to count W and W that is 2 kg over there. A is the overhang span that we already measured. Put that value L this length it's square divided by 8y. Y we measure from the dial gauge reading which is coming out to be 8 into 1.05 and that is all about this experiment. That's all. If anybody have any queries, you